Hello and welcome to another Fluffy Jocks video. And yeah, today it is going to be the Donkey by Wit costumes. Actually, just to be sure, I'm gonna eat my phone. Actually, yeah, I'll just do this for a little bit, just so you can really hear me, because you know, there is this big fat padding in front of my mouth. So yeah, it's like, yeah, it makes it a bit harder to talk, and you know, it will eventually get a bit hot around my head. But yeah, well, this is the Wit costume donkey. It may look a little bit dirty. I did give it a wash at least once, but I probably should have put it in a wash for another one, another cycle, because yeah, out of most of my costumes I show off, yeah, they're brand new. But yeah, this one I had to get second hand on eBay, so you know, it's been a bit used, and it's probably, you know, it doesn't seem to be that great anymore in quality, but you still get the picture of how it was probably like brand new, because you know, it is still pretty good, apart from, yeah, the tail looks a bit scruffy. Actually, can I even wag it? Probably, I don't know. It's probably a little too loose to wag, probably doesn't even have weight on it. But yeah, this is, like I said, the Wit costume. There isn't too much to go over this. I know this is going to be a bit of a short costume review. Even with the deep dive, that's going to be kind of short as well. But yeah, like I said, these Wit costumes, they always tend to feel so comfortable and so snug, because they really are quite that soft. They really are. But yeah, I can unlike the horse costume, Wit costume I did a dance video in. That one you can't really see because like the eyes are like to the left and right of you. But of course, yeah, this one straight ahead I can see, other than the nose being a little bit in the way. It's not like the other Wit costumes though, where it's like pressed, it's like a bit tight round the area. This one's a lot more flat round the back and a little bit from the side. The only main padding is just the front. It's just the front of the costume itself. It was kind of hard to get, and I eventually found it on eBay, and I was like, I'm going to bid for that one, I'm going to win it, and I did. And that was, probably about 2 years ago, to be honest. It's taken me a while to finally show off this costume. I'm starting to, I may have to take off the head because I'm starting to lose a bit of breath. Like, it's getting a bit hot, a bit like hotty, and you know. Anyways, now to the deep dive part of this review, which there isn't, like I told you, there isn't much to do because there's not much features of this. So this is going to be the deep dive. Like I said, things are still sorting things out, so you know, the traditional area I normally would do these deep dives, not yet. It will come back eventually, trust me. It's just doing up my room and stuff, you know, but anyways, one of the features is there is like a bendable metal-y semi-rod in the ears, but like I said, this is second hand, and they've destroyed that. It doesn't seem to like stand up, and it's bent all weird and stuff, so you know, it doesn't really work. But if you do, you get like a metal rod, and that should stick up more, like, you know, it should stay up more rather than floppy. They've actually made like a whole little pocket. So it's like, yeah, they've added like a nose. They've added a nose detail to this. But yeah, it is actually a whole, like I said, let me do it again, find it. It's like, yeah, I can really put my finger in that. Like I said, that's like half of a finger. It's like a fingernail, actually, yeah. Like a fingernail length of depth. But yeah, it's like, okay, that's kind of a little cool detail. It's like, oh, you don't see many like costumes like that. But then again, I guess they had all this to work with, and it's like, oh, we might as well, you know, we've got the space. Right, my voice probably quality's gone better because I took the head off, because like, oh, I was like running out and trying to do everything in a few hours, and it's like, oh, you know, like I said, one of the problems. Anyways, so one of the other features is you just get elastic band, and it's like one of those, which is like, I will admit, I don't like those in other costumes, but this one I normally just feel like, yeah, it's like I said, it has that semi-mascot-y kind of feel to it. But yeah, but yeah, it's like very like elastic, so you know, it just goes around. Of course, you know, it looks way better when you hide your hand and that, which is like, you can probably mod this and take out the padding in the hand and make this more of an actual glove. It could definitely be possible. It's the same for the back foot as well. Yeah, they don't fully cover your feet, they're just over the top. Okay for like going outside, if you want to take this outside. Just, you know, put your shoes and all that, and it'll semi-cover, you know, it'll mostly cover it. But still, it's like, I do sort of more prefer full feet kind of costumes. But you know what? It is what it is, you know. And well, yeah, that's kind of it for the deep dive, because yeah, there isn't any more details to this suit. That's, like I said, that's it. You know. Actually, no. Oh wait, no. There's one thing, but you've probably already seen it. You've already seen me do it. But yeah, you know, you do have a bit of a mouth hole. But like I said, when it's shut, it's like less air inside of it. You can clearly drink a bottle down there, and you know, you can maybe slightly eat in it as well. I wouldn't recommend it fully, because like I said, it's a hole that isn't great. But at least you can stay hydrated while not even taking off the head. You know. Because it has, you know, has ability to just, you know, put like a straw or something in there, you know. Right, it's time for the pros and cons. Now, the pros of this costume: it is extremely comfortable to wear because it's quite very soft. Like, really, it's so soft, it's like you're wearing pillows all around you. Also, it is one of the best donkey costumes that are not like those two-person required type, you know, like horsey donkey suits out there that you can buy. But yeah, for like a single, like, you know, a single costume donkey, this is probably the best you're ever gonna see, at least till another company or maker or whatever finally makes like a donkey costume like this again, which, well, it's been quite a while, and you know, it's like most of the other donkey costumes are like mainly like little jumpsuits and like a little headband or something, you know. It's like, it's not like this costume where, you know, you get like a whole full like proper like costume, like a whole animal costume out of it. It's like, yeah. But yeah, so this is kind of the best you're gonna probably see, and I hope one day it will change where there will be another donkey costume out there. But right now, yeah, this is just the best one you're probably ever gonna find, if you find it. The cons of this costume: you will cook in this costume in like high weather temperatures, because yeah, it does kind of contradict like the extremely comfortable pros of this costume. But yeah, like I said, the material used being nice and soft and comfortable, and like the bit of the padding around your face and all that, you do get quite warm, or you know, if the weather is starting to heat up, you're definitely just going to feel quite hot in this. So yeah, you're going to really feel like you're cooking in this. This is like, yeah, kind of like a fursuit kind of temperature, I guess. But you know, half of the year you'll be fine. The rest of the half of the year, no, you're going to struggle when cooking it and all that such. So you can only really wear this in the right season of the year, really, to make the most out of your, you know, wearing it. the only con of this costume that I can remark about, because yeah, like I said, there isn't too much about it, but you know, it's still a little. Anyways, the end score I'm gonna give this costume, I think, is a little bit controversial. I guess if you want to argue, I would say I would kind of agree that perhaps, yeah, it would be a 7 out of 10, but I am going to give it an 8 out of 10. I just think that, you know, because of the design, the comfort and everything, kind of makes up for the, I think it just makes up for the temperature problem of, you know, really cooking in this costume. You know, I just still think it's quite a high quality costume with its material and its build quality. But yeah, you know, of course I'm still judging this as like it's brand new, but of course, you know, second hand, they ruin the ears. But of course I've already done some research enough to know that it shouldn't be like that. Exactly, you know, it should be way better than that, with the ears not flopping. But of course, you know, I'm still having to judge it like it's brand new, because you know, I've got to make it fair. I can't judge it by someone else already ruining it before I get hands on it, you know. So yeah, like I said, I believe that this deserves a 8 out of 10. I know you may want to fight me, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments if you like, but yeah, I believe it should be an 8 out of 10, because it's that kind of high quality, but it's not epic fluffy badge approval kind of quality, because like I said, it's not quite there, you know. It could have been far better. Right, that is going to be the end of the video. So like I said, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and like I said, good luck on trying to actually buy this, to be honest. I know I've made a costume review on it, but if you can buy it, like I said, this review should have at least you know, entice you into, like, if you see it, you're probably going to go, yeah, I do want this costume. But yeah, like I said, to get one of these costumes, like almost any of the Wit costumes, it is difficult now. There isn't really many out there getting sold anymore. So if you ever see this donkey shoot, maybe you want it. You know, go grab it. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope to see you in whatever video that may be. I did it high pitch today. But yes, goodbye.
If you enjoyed, don't forget you can subscribe and perhaps hit that bell to not miss a video. Also, we do have a Discord server, and yes, on that server we do sometimes talk about costumes as well. We do have a costume channel for all that topic. Just be sure to go to the Royal Picker channel to unlock the channel. Anyways, my name is Fluffy Chops, and goodbye.